Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Sundara Goswami Dana Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachara Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Destana Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta. Good morning, everyone. So we completed so far, 5 chapters. First chapter talking about the yojana, how do we align the body, mind, and heart. Second chapter, we talk about sambandha, how do we build our relationship with Krishna. Then the third chapter talks about seva, how do we serve the holy name, and what mode we serve the holy name. And then the next one is vipralamba, in separation. Then fifth chapter we talked about sharanagati, how do we surrender. Humility is the gateway to the surrender. And now this, coming to this today's chapter, is sankalpa, transform your chanting, building the foundation. Since our spiritual life is foundation for living properly in this world, proper chanting is not just a spiritual practice but a fundamental for our life. It is known that the higher you wish to build, the deeper and stronger the fundamentals must be. If the fundamentals are not deep enough, the building will crash down. It's only a question of time. Thus, deep fundaments or deep spiritual roots are absolutely essential, as encapsulated in the proverb. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Chanting the holy name gives life. As discussed in the chapter 1, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura puts it succinctly. In this dull matter world, there are only two things, two living entities, the individual soul and the holy name. Our task is to make the two meet. The previous chapters have detailed the moods and attitude most beneficial to do this. This chapter summarizes the process. The mantra is the bow. Vedic verses compare chanting mantras to releasing an arrow from a bow. In the Manduka Upanishad 2.2.3, we read, Pranavo Dhanusharo Atma Brahmatal Laksham Uchyate Apramatena Vedavyam Sarvat Tanmayo Bhavet. Om is the bow, the self is the arrow, the supreme personality is the target. A sober person should make himself like an arrow. The same imagery appears in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada elaborates, when someone is purified, he gives up his bodily conception of life, that is, his false identity of belonging to certain community, a certain nation, a certain society, a certain family, and so on. Then he takes the arrow of his purified life, and with the help of the bow, the transcendental chanting of Pranava or Hare Krishna mantra, he throws himself toward the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By dint of performing this heroic activity of devotional service, one receives the benefit of returning home back to Godhead. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, purport 7.15.42. Anyone who has observed himself in the chanting of the holy names during Kirtana has experienced something comparable to the gracious flight of an arrow. All of a sudden, one finds himself transported to another dimension where he feels spiritual clarity and the divine presence of Krishna. But this is no easy feat. Archery is a science. If one has a bow and does not know how to use it, one will never reach the target. I tried archery when I was young. It was complicated. First, you learn how to hold the bow and arrow. Then you take a aim carefully. Next, you pull the bowstring backward with all your strength, and finally you release the arrow without losing aim. The attempt works best when you perform all movements in harmony with your breath. The most important factor is to absolutely fix the mind on the target. Calm yourself and focus, then fire the arrow. Once you learn this secret, you cannot miss the goal. The same holds true when we wish to chant. We need to perfect the art. All those who chant the holy names in Japa or Kirtana wish to experience a relationship with the divine couple. We already have a means, the bow of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We just have to learn how to chant it properly so that we reach the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. The three main practices using the analogy of archery, we can identify three steps to chant. First step is take the aim, second one is making an effort, third one let go. First one, take aim. See your purpose in your mind's eye. Every archer begins taking precise aim. The chanter must do the same. Take aim and think this is now my time with Krishna. I will worship him through the Yuga Dharma of this age, the holy name. He is my goal and I wish to connect with him now. This kind of mindfulness is necessary when we call to someone and wish to attract his attention. If child calls for his mother but is still preoccupied with playing with his many toys, his mother will most probably not come and continue with her many tasks. She understands from the tone that his call is not urgent. But if the child is focused on his mother, she will interrupt everything and hurry over because she senses the right sound. Then the next one is make an effort. Put every ounce of your energy into it. Just as the archer make an effort to pull the arrow on bowstring and then draws backward with all his strength. A serious chanter also has to apply strenuous effort, focus the mind, align the body, mind, and heart again and again. Chant with an attitude of service, etc. You will have to bring your best self, your best efforts to the practice. Perhaps the most crucial effort is to avoid offenses against the holy name. These are born of inattentive chanting. Srila Prabhupada gave two recommendations for attentive chanting. First, you have to chant and hear. You have to chant with your tongue, hear the sound. That's all. Second one is just try to listen yourself, chant sincerely. By this sincere endeavor, we show Krishna that we are eager to receive his mercy. Let go, surrender. Try your best, and the rest is up to Krishna. After conscious effort to make aim and mount the arrow, the archer releases it on its trajectory. He cannot know for certain if the arrow will hit the mark, but he has to let go. Similarly, even if one chants with full attention, the individual cannot attain the goal merely by his own endeavor. Srila Haridasa Thakura says, one must make an effort and then with an earnest heart one should beg for mercy. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura reiterates, O Lord, your mercy makes everything easy. Therefore, I approach you and with heartfelt words I beg for your mercy. To take shelter of Krishna in this way is to surrender. The chanter has done what he can. Then he begs. The living name will take over and deliver the result. So, so today, it's talking about Sankalpa, how you do chanting in trance, in the trance form. First is the building the foundation. Foundation is important for, any structure and however stronger the foundation, the building will last longer or our, so similarly, uh, we have to have a right foundation, build the right foundation for our chanting. And then it says like, dull matter in this world have only two living entities. One is the individual soul, another one is the Nama Prabhu. So our task is to meet, make the two meet. And here it compared mantra is a bow and self is an arrow, supreme person is a target. So we should make ourselves, like an arrow. Then it talk about the three main practices. One should take aim, make an effort, and let go. Our aim is to that Krishna. This is time with you, and and then we have to make an effort. Put every ounce of our energy into it. You know, so this is, and we have to chant attentively. First thing is we have to chant and hear. Second thing is to listen to your chanting very sincerely. Then once we do these two and then try our best, it's like always our endeavor and Krishna's mercy. So we do all the endeavor and Krishna is so merciful. So we just have to, pray and beg for his mercy with our heartful words. So with that, we can start today's chat.